When the frost bites the snow and Christmas comes around.
Hello guys, Squidzz Gaming here. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're back with Advent Calendar date number 21. We are so close to Christmas, guys, now. So very close, can't wait. But today, guys, we're going to do videos of my top 10 favourite movies of this year. So I'm getting my list up, guys. I made a list of this. I've literally spent all year just collecting names of films that I've loved, and I'm just going to quickly get that up right now, so I can tell you guys what my favourite films are. So this year I was able to see at least 12 or 13 films, with maybe seeing one just before the new year, maybe after the new year. So I'm not counting that one in this list today, guys. But so I've got a list today, guys. I'm going to go right now into the list, beginning at number 10. Number 10, Kong, Skull Island. This is one of the first films I actually saw this year, and I think it was really, really good. Mainly went to see it because of Tom Hiddleston, but you know, it's basically another like rebirth of the whole sort of Kong, like mythical monsters kind of thing. You know, with like Godzilla, the Kraken, and then obviously King Kong. I was pleasantly surprised, guys. It's actually a really, really enjoyable movie. I know it's not number 10, but like I said, so many better movies out there this year. But Kong Skull Island is a decent watch. Like I said, if you haven't watched it yet, I think you should go recommend watching all the movies on this list because they're all really, really good. And plus with Kong Skull Island, you don't really need to know that huge amounts of background about King Kong, or you can just sit down and watch it. One of the films you can just watch straight away, and to know too much previous knowledge. It was a really good film, really entertaining, and that's why it's at number 10. And number 9, guys, is Despicable Me 3. This one for me is an unnecessary film, in my opinion, because I don't think Despicable Me 3 was that really necessary, because you already had the first two and then the Minions film. It was more sort of a cash grab by Illumination, so I wasn't overly impressed with Despicable Me 3, although it was entertaining here and there. It wasn't as good as any of the movies on the rest of the list, guys. Like I said, it just about just gets in at number 9, because although it was funny at parts, I did enjoy it overall. There were some parts thinking, this movie isn't really needed, it's just a movie there, just for a basic cash grab, and like marketing, just to get all the money from advertising and everything, just all the money that the toys are going to sell as well. So I think that's the only real reason it did any well, because the merchandise can sell from it. But personally, it wasn't the best movie of all time. And number 8, guys, is Valerian. So I've already reviewed this movie, guys, on my channel. I'll link it down in the description below. And I think the movie is very good. I personally enjoyed it quite a lot. Like I said, it's another sci-fi film. Like the only real sci-fi films I've actually seen is Star Wars. So to get a break from that, let's look at Valerian. It's fair enough, because Valerian like inspired so many like sci-fi films and sci-fi books and everything. So it's really cool to go back and see the origins. Like I said, I can see a lot of Star Wars stuff in concept ideas, like in Valerian, like from the sort of ships, the planets, and everything, and the people. You can definitely see some inspirations there from Valerian. Although it was interesting, I'm not really sure why Rihanna had to be in it. That's one thing I don't like about the movie. If Rihanna was not in it, she'd be absolutely fine. The movie would be fine. But number 6 and number 5, but because Rihanna, just no, I hate just the movie. I hate Rihanna so much. Just the movie was made worse by Rihanna. Yeah. And guys, number 7, it is Murder on the Orient Express. This is one of the latest movies I've seen. I think I saw it about maybe 2 months ago, maybe a month ago now. No, yeah, definitely a month ago. But it was good. It had a massive cast. People like Johnny Depp, Daisy Ridley, Josh Gad, people like that. Massive cast. And I really, really enjoyed it. I'm a big fan of the Hercule Poirot series. Especially love when it was David Suchet. But this new guy, he did okay. I mean, I don't know if they plan to do any more movies with the new Poirot. But if they are, then I'm really looking forward to them, because, like I said, this film was absolutely great. A massive cast. A lot of very familiar faces, but Josh Gad, though, he's absolutely hilarious. Like, he actually is. And then, yeah, I actually enjoyed it, because although it was differently paced, I felt like this Poirot was, like, a lot more able than the David Suchet version. I did enjoy it, but one critique. His mustache. Like, Jesus, his mustache is, like, here. And it's mental. But, still, apart from that, a very good movie. And number 6, it's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Yeah, I'm putting this one so low because there were better films this year. Like I said, movies from here and maybe number 7, just they could be placed anywhere on this list apart from number 1. But like I said, they could be changed out so much. But the reason Guardians of the Galaxy is here, because although I haven't seen it in quite some time, I have to go based off my original thoughts of seeing this. Like back in, what was it, like earlier this year? Like April maybe. I can't remember what time I watched it. It was enjoyable once again. It was good, but I think the first one, I didn't like the first one as well, but I can't decide which one's better, because I quite enjoyed the first one, but I also quite enjoyed the second one. But Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is just an average movie. Although I did like the parts of Groot and Drax, they were the best parts. I just do not like Gamora or that Mantis person. They creep me out. Like, Mantis is proper creepy. But other than that, no, just some people I don't like about it. Like Yondu. Yondu's the best character in the whole series to me. Yondu is proper great. I love his like flying knife and everything. It's really, really awesome. But I'm just not like. I didn't really enjoy Guardians. No, okay, no. I enjoyed Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. There's some characters I didn't enjoy. Obviously, Gamora. I don't really like Gamora or Mantis, and Peter's dad. Yeah, I just don't like him at all. Yeah, so the film, although it was good, it had some flaws and some downsides. Because moving to number 5 now. Number 5 is Spider-Man: Homecoming. Once again, I did review this film in my part of my movie reviews I did, and it's honestly a really, really enjoyable one. It's definitely up there with the likes of the original Spider-Man, obviously the Tobey Maguire versions. But I'm not doing too much about this, guys. I've already done a review on this, but I'm going to say a few things about it. And personally, I love the new take on Spider-Man. Right, like I said, Amazing Spider-Man was pretty awful. It was really, really awful. So to see Spider-Man: Homecoming be this good, it's great. You know, did really well. Like I said, it honoured Spider-Man's name, and I think it could possibly match the original Spider-Man. Yeah, I'm not saying a whole lot about it, guys. I've already done a review on this movie, and you can check it again in the description below. And number 4, guys, is the live-action remake of Beauty and the Beast. I genuinely didn't think I'd like this as much as I did, but I really, really enjoyed it. Especially the music from the likes of John Legend and Ariana Grande. That my favourite songs from this film. And then just Ewan McGregor. I said this before on my video about 2017 favourites, I think. But Ewan McGregor, he's just great. Like, he was so funny. But genuinely enjoyed the movie quite a lot, because I did enjoy the animated one, but I definitely prefer the live action one a lot to the animated one. Like, it was so much better than this one. I mean, I know some of the characters, like the what's it called? Furniture. There's like the furniture characters. They're pretty creepy looking, especially Cogsworth. But generally, overall, I quite enjoyed it. It was very entertaining. Like I said, possibly like a 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10 movie, definitely. And not much more to say about it, because there's already been an animated film on it. I think this film definitely deserves to be well praised for the live action version. Definitely very, very nice, and better than the animated one. And number 3, guys, it's Pirates of the Caribbean: Salazar's Revenge. This is actually one of my favourite movies up until probably the summer. But no, like I said, Pirates of the Caribbean, I only watched the Pirates of the Caribbean films this year, and I love the series ever since. Like, it is the best sort of telling of pirates ever. Like, Captain Jack, he's funny, but then my favourite character, Hector Barbossa, I have a thing for not liking the main characters. Like, the side characters sometimes are better than the main character, but in this case, definitely, because Hector Barbossa, he's such a great character, so funny as well. I think this one was one of the best ones, apart from maybe the first one, and then definitely this one, because I very much enjoyed a lot of this one, because it was sort of like new, because I could take a look at the new cast of the characters instead of like Will and Elizabeth. They had some little new characters, and I can't remember the characters are called for the life of me. Yeah, because I watched it ages ago, but the new characters did very well, and I feel like they're starting to get a new generation of characters into the story, and it's very, very enjoyable to watch. Like I said, a lot of films on this list have been enjoyable to watch, but this one definitely was one of the best that came from this year. Like I said, Johnny Depp is not past it. Like I said, I'm still waiting for the Pirates of the Caribbean 6, you know. They better do that. They better make Pirates of the Caribbean 6. That'd be awesome if they did. And guys, at number 2 was my favourite film, perhaps the longest time of the year, up until about a week ago, and it was Cars 3. Like, I love the Cars series. Like, it's a kids' film, but it's a great one. Like I said, Cars, my favourite Disney film, favourite Pixar film of all time. It's got a great message across it, and I love the soundtrack for every single Cars film so far. Like, the first film, in my opinion, like when I was younger, used to be like, I used to love the second one more than the first one. But as I got older, I watched the first one again, and the first one just absolutely incredible. I love the story behind it, love the characters. Then Cars 3 was just, wow, it was incredible. Of course, we've seen Lightning McQueen grow from the first film, the second film, and now to the third film. But see him as like the older, the wiser character is so interesting, because I never thought that'd happen. I thought, see him as the wiser sort of mental character to Cruise is a different dynamic of Cars. I never thought that'd happen. But like I said, they introduced loads of new cars. I'm not 100% like about Jackson Storm. I don't think he's the real villain of the story. No, I think the real villain is the guy who's trying to get Lightning McQueen to retire. I can't remember his name, sorry. I'm really bad at remembering names, but the guy trying to force Lightning McQueen to retire is probably the bad guy. Like, it's not Jackson Storm. Jackson Storm's just a rival. He's like the Chick Hicks character, but like less evil. I don't think Jackson Storm's as evil as Chick Hicks, but like I said, there quite a few cars made their return, so I quite enjoyed that. There was the guy from Cars 2 I saw. I think his name's, honestly, I can't remember what his name is. No idea, but he was in there, and then of course we had Chick Hicks, and then the King. So I very much enjoyed the film. Like, it was funny and it was just enjoyable. Loads of old Cars characters in, and as well as plenty of new ones. And you guys all know what number 1 is. You obviously know what number 1 is. It's got to be Star Wars: Last Jedi. Come on, I mean, that was obvious. I knew from the beginning of this year that my number 1 film would be Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Right? I knew that. I knew that straight away, because this year nothing has come close to beating this film. Like, even Cars 3. Cars 3 is like here, and Star Wars: Last Jedi is up here. It's like the massive gap, but Star Wars: Last Jedi, undoubtedly the best film of the year. Undoubtedly one of the best films ever created. In fact, the best film ever created. I cannot praise films anymore, literally. But like I said, what Empire did good, Star Wars: Last Jedi made it a lot better. So, like I said, Rian Johnson, you created a monster film, a fantastic film. It was so. The scenes are beautiful. The part where Leia's just flying back onto the ship, although it was a bit of a 50-50 scene between whether I like it or not, but I still like the idea of just flying back onto the ship. But of course, rip Admiral Akbar. It truly was a trap. I keep saying that over and over again, because Admiral Akbar, one of my favourite characters of the whole Star Wars universe. He surprisingly lived quite a long time as well. He lived through, of course, A New Hope, Empire, Return of the Jedi, Force Awakens, and now Last Jedi. So he's been in 6 films, and it's very sad to see him die. But of course, once again, we're looking more into this whole new host of characters. All the old leaders of the rebellion, they've just gone. They're all dead. We've got these new ones in, but I think in this film, what I'm talking about is that Poe Dameron took a much bigger role, and that was amazing, because Poe Dameron, he is my favourite Star Wars character of all time. Like I said, since I saw him in The Force Awakens, like, that guy is great. And yet Oscar Isaac, fantastic actor, and I'm saying Star Wars: Last Jedi is just great. Like, the Porgs, everyone thought they were going to be a Jar Jar character. No, they are absolutely hilarious. Like, Chewbacca and the Porgs, some of the funniest scenes. And to be fair, Luke Skywalker was decent. It wasn't like, I still prefer the old Luke Skywalker, but he was decent. You know, he was decent. And it's a shame there was no Han Solo Force ghosting that wants to happen ever since he died. You know, since Han Solo died in the Force Awakens, and wanted to come back as sort of Force ghost. I don't know how that happened, but it would be cool to see him and Luke, because Han never saw Luke before he died. Obviously, since the Return of the Jedi, they've been like separate, and it's, you know, they've been together since their first film. I'm just sad to never see them again together on screen at the same time. But it was great. The part where Luke just sort of, as a like not really a ghost, but as a projection, just fights Kylo Ren. It's so awesome. Like, the film is great. Like I said, it's fully worth the 2 hours. Is it like 2 hours 40 minutes? I think it is. Longest Star Wars film, but it's really good. It's got so much action in it. It feels correctly paced. Like, some films can be either too slow or too fast. That film felt exactly perfect. Right? That film is, I'm saying now, guys, it is the perfect film. Yeah, Star Wars: Last Jedi, perfect film. And guys, thank you so much for watching for today's video. This is my top 10 favourite movies of 2017. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.